Hello folks, welcome back. Sunday, April 13th, here in Southern Ohio. We have a partly sunny day, temperatures in the low 50s. This morning I picked up this 3-pound package and we're going to install them today. This package came from Wilbanks in Georgia. They were brought up overnight last night and I went and picked it up this morning. They really look healthy. I'm not really seeing hardly any dead bees at all. I believe these were shook and put in packages on Friday, so they haven't been in very long. Typical 3-pound package. The queen's in a separate little cage here. There's a can of syrup over top of them, and yeah, they look real good. So we're going to install them here in just a minute. It's really straightforward. I haven't put one in since 2016, but yeah, it's real straightforward. I do have the benefit of having drawn comb. If you have waxed foundation, it's exactly the same. The big thing is get them put in and feed them, feed them, feed them. You got to remember, the foragers in here have no idea where they are. It's going to take them days to really find very much. You'll start seeing a little bit of pollen and nectar coming in within 24 hours, but not really enough to sustain them, and definitely not enough to build wax on fresh foundation. So again, I've got drawn comb I'm putting them on, so that'll give them a little bit of a jump start, but feed them really good for at least a couple weeks. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get my veil on. We're going to start putting these in. Okay, starting to get pretty active here. I'm going to do, I'm try to reduce the amount that are flying around. So we're going to give them a little spray of water. You don't have to do this. Okay, you're going to settle them down. Take your hive tool, pry this top up. Let's see what we got here. Wow, this thing's really stapled down. Okay, just get up underneath it, your hive tool, and pry it up. There we go. Queen's under this. There's your food can. First thing you want to do, inspect your queen. Yep, and she's in there. Okay, now this end has just got a cork. That's where they actually installed her. This is the fondant end here. So what we're going to have to do to get these girls off of here, I'll cover them back up so they don't come roaring out of there. We need to get off that. Aluminum off of this end. So I'm just going to get up underneath it with my hive tool and pry it off. Now the fondant is exposed. A lot of times you get these and they will have a cork in this end over top of the fondant also. Just pry that cork out of the way. Make sure it's the fondant end. This is your slow release. You gotta remember, this queen came out of a mating nuke that these bees were not familiar with. Okay, the good thing is they've been around here for 2 days. They know there's a queen in there. They're going to take care of her. So, like I said, I got a lot of drawn comb here. And this is pretty nice drawn comb. I'm going to put her in between two of them here. Let's move this temporarily out of the way. I need to make room. Let's pull one of these out. I'll make a little bit of extra room here. We're going to move these back. Now, just shove her in between two frames. If you're using foundation, just pinch it between two frames. Make sure, though, the screen is facing out. Don't put it against the frame. put it in between so the bees can get to it and take care of her. Okay, so we're going to slide it down in here, move the next frame over to hold it in place. Just going to go ahead and snug these back up. Actually, I probably have enough room to put this one back in. Okay, I do. So my queen's in here ready to go. Now, I'm going to come back in here once again. I'm going to come in here once again. We're going to spray these girls. Like I said, you're going to have a bunch flying up and around. This will help reduce it. We're going to bump them down again. See if we can get this can up out of here. Sometimes you can't get a hold of it very good. There we go. Now, we're going to use this can. This can's got a syrup in it, and there's 3 holes in it to feed them. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to put it basically right here in the hive so they can feed off of it. Okay? Make sure I wasn't pinching anybody there. Now, we're going to let them settle down for a minute. They'll work their way down between all the frames. They're going to find that queen pretty quick. She's got a pretty good pheromone. That's a really healthy looking package. Now, to help them go down in between the frames, you could pull out about 3 frames, let them drop to the bottom of the box. If you do that, be very careful reinstalling the frames because you'll end up squishing some of them. Now, if you've got nice weather coming up, no rain in a couple days, you can set the empty, well, nearly empty box. See, there's a lot of bees still in it. Out in front of the entry, they'll work their way in. We've got rain coming, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put another box on top of this and put this cage right down in there so they can vacate it. Got bees over here with their Nasonoff glands going. They're just trying to figure out, where are they? Where do they belong? Where's my queen? So it can be for a new beekeeper, this can be a little intimidating. Like I said, I'm just going to let them settle in for a little bit before I go any farther. Definitely want to have your entry reduced down fairly small. Now, this bottom board only has about a 6-inch wide opening at all times anyway. That's fine. You don't want a full width one. You got to remember, these are new bees in a new environment. They don't really know where they are. It's going to be a little harder for them to protect the hive immediately. Not that there's really going to be much of a problem. You just don't want to take that chance. See if we can shake a few more of these down in there. There's still at least a half a pound in this box. Here, we got most of them out. And again, if you don't have a lot of equipment, you could leave 3 frames out, shake them down in between them. I'm just going to let them slowly work their way down in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep them up in. I'm going to put another box over top of them. Kind of give them some darkness so they know that that's definitely home. They smell all the old comb. They smell their queen. So we're just going to... Once you get it buttoned up, they will be able to smell the entry. That won't be a problem either. Okay. Now the challenge is get this on, not squish a bunch. Work the box around, back and forth. Square it up here a little bit. Don't have very many left in this box. Let's see if we can get the well, they'll find their way. Okay, let's go one step a little bit easier here. See what I'm doing here. I'll put my inner cover on. I'll put that box right over top of it. I'll put another empty over top of that, button it up. Okay, as another option, if you've got a nice sunny afternoon, I just checked the weather and they've backed up our rain until late tonight. You can put the box with the balance of the bees right in front of your entry here. And sure enough, I shook out what I could and placed it down here, and you can see most of the bees have come out of there and they're kind of hanging around here. I'm starting to get activity in and out the entry here. They're starting to figure out where they are. This works really good if you do it fairly early in the day, say like before 2 o'clock, preferably by noon. It gives them plenty of time to migrate up and into the hive. I will suggest one other thing. If you have a screen bottom board, put the insert in. They will smell that through the screen bottom board. You'll end up with a pound of bees under your hive. That's something that you kind of don't think about until you actually see something, and I have seen that happen. So make sure that your entry is fairly small. This is a 6 to 8 inch, probably an 8-inch opening. That's fine. Don't have a full width opening. Make sure your screen bottom board is got the insert in it. Make sure you put a feeder on them. You saw where I put the feed can in there, just down from the queen, not over top of the queen. You don't want it to drip on her. Okay. I will come back in 2 days. They should have her released in 2 to 3 days. That's a pretty good size fondant plug. And then she will start laying within a couple days after that. By that time, you will have some foragers slowly bringing in a little bit of pollen. They'll be figuring out where they are. And being that they're already on drawn comb, these guys will take off really, really fast. Make sure you feed them, though, for at least the first couple weeks. If you have undrawn, just waxed foundation like this, feed them for probably the first month, honestly, because you want them to build lots of wax. They can't build wax if they don't have a lot of sucrose coming in, either a nectar source, a heavy nectar source, or you're putting a little bit of feed on them. So you're already seeing bees kind of coming and going in and out of the entry. I mean, this has been less than an hour, and look how fast they're starting to figure it out. I do not recommend the Boardman type feeders, the entry feeders. They're fine if you've only got one hive and there's nobody around you with hives, but it can create a robbing problem if you have other hives in the area, especially if you're putting this in an existing apiary. So that's why you put a feeder, either a hive top feeder or some sort of internal feeder. I'll leave that can until it's empty, and then I will probably just put the inner cover over top of this and put a feeder over top of the hole on the inner cover. That works really good. You could put a frame feeder in. I don't really want to use a frame feeder out of the gate like this. I want them to have all those frames to expand on. But definitely I do not recommend an entry or a Boardman type feeder.